Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me.
Hey family, so happy Friday. We are gonna do our series of what are you attracting, your divine feminine Venus energy. So this is not specific to Fridays, just a reminder to those of you that are new. We're just rolling with the Friday theme. This is timeless whenever you find it. And so we're just really going to be looking to see what's manifesting as you start prioritizing more your receptive magnetic side. We're looking to kind of see what abundance is coming in and what wealth can you anticipate on all planes, right? That's the gist of it, all right? So I'm going to hold up the thumbnail now so you can choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the strawberry yogurt smoothie. Pile number 2 is the cherry soda ice drink. I'll call it an Icee. And then pile number 3 is the pink rose cocktail. And pile number 4 is the chocolate raspberry ice cream cone. So it's basically raspberry ice cream with chocolate chips. I don't know why it's worded like that, okay? So I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, my strawberry yogurt smoothie. Let's take a look at what it is you're attracting with your divine feminine Venus energy, okay? Let me see. My pile number 1. Let's get an overview. Oh, okay. You're manifesting like a ring. I don't know what kind of ring, but you're manifesting a ring. Look at you. Marriage, right? I actually saw some of you like maybe graduation, like you're trying to like get that ring and that program. Good for you. I love it for you. But the ring does talk about commitment. It talks about like loyalty and all of the things. Let me see what's at the bottom here. We got mountain, especially when we talk about long term, right? Long term connections. When we talk about something that's been a long time coming. Some of y'all are explicitly trying to get that long term partner to pop the question. I see you on the table. You're attracting it. So we'll see. Okay, let me separate this so I got space. Okay. Pile number 1, my strawberry yogurt smoothie. What is it that you're manifesting with your Venus energy? My pile 1. I'm telling you, some of you are really manifesting that family. I love it. A happy home, a happy community. Like some of you are like literally manifesting the wedding. I love it for you. I do see it in the cards for you. I can't tell you how soon, but if you're wondering if that's something that you're actively attracting, yes. Some of you with the mountain, it is a little ways out, especially if you're single, right? If you're single and you're really just starting to manifest, or you're really just locked in with it, I'm just confirming that it's coming. Won't be like tomorrow, but it's definitely being shifted with the wheel of fortune here. All right, I love it. So tell me more about my pile number 1, my strawberry yogurt smoothie. The wheel of fortune does in fact wants to be here. Things are gonna go well. If you're having difficulty with your long-term partner, or if you're like struggling with your spouse, I see a turning around regarding hardships in the best way. Okay, I'm seeing where you learn to work a little bit better together as a couple, right? Refreshing the connection. I love it. But some of you are just now starting to manifest. That's what I'm being told when it comes to that ring you want, when it comes to that connection you want, Whether the ring could also be some sort of a victory with the Six of Wands, whatever that goal is, that is a commitment, something that is a long time coming, or a symbol of any sort of success, right? Because the ring is a symbol, right? It can even be an heirloom. You're in the early stages of it, okay? The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands, that spark has finally taken. If it's something you've been manifesting for quite some time, it's just now starting to take, I'm hearing. Doesn't mean it's going to be years. It just means that, like, you finally have the foundation aligning with what it is you've been wanting to receive, right? Like, if you've been, like, some of you, like, I've been trying to manifest this for years. Yeah, but nothing about your energy, or maybe the habits, or something you weren't doing something right, okay? Like, you weren't aligned with this. Now it looks like you're stepping into an energy of aligning with that, all right? Yeah, now it's time to take action. This is a prime conditions, a prime season, right? Whatever period of time for you to go move on this. Like, if you're like, okay, well, I want to be married at some point, but I'm not dating anybody, this is the perfect time to put yourself out there. If you and your partner are talking about getting married, go move. Perfect time to go ahead and get married, okay? Or start planning, get engaged, right? Because same vibe. I always associate aces with cardinal energy. Ace of Wands of fire, Aries, okay? Something about Aries placements or seasons could be relevant as well. So let me get one more in the bottom. All right, 2. You're good enough. What do you need to release? Some of you are releasing the lack of confidence, the lack of self-esteem regarding this goal. That's what did it, okay? So it seemed like it was something that was rare and out of reach for you, and you've finally acknowledged it, truly believe that it's something that's for you. Whatever the goal is, whether it's literal marriage or the Six of Wands, whatever this parade success with the ring is, okay? Whatever it is for you, you finally have unlocked the belief that you can actually have it. All right? All right. So tell me more. What is my pile number 1? Manifesting. What are they calling in and attracting with their Venus divine feminine energy as they unlock it? Aquarius. Conjunction, a union, merging, coming together. Aquarius is foresight, okay? It actually is here on the Wheel of Fortune, and it talks about our collective energy. It talks about communities and things like that. So it also talks about unexpected energy, but what I see here is those of you where we talk about celebrations and victories and successes, I'm seeing here big wedding, right? Big wedding, big engagement party, bridal shower, whatever it is. I'm seeing graduations quite literally, because those are the types of events that happen here. I'm seeing award ceremonies, things like that. So wherever you fall within those broad terms, that's what you're getting. But you're definitely getting a union. You're getting a merging. It's coming together. Some of you, it will be a combination of the things I've listed. So some of you are going to see some type of academic career success, and you may find your partner with all of that as well. So I love it. I love it. So tell me more of this great news for this pile, for my pile number 1. Threshold, you're almost there, okay? Almost there. I'm going to put it here. Full moon in Virgo is not a solar eclipse, but that Virgo Pisces axis is the axis of eclipses, okay? So there will be a solar eclipse in Virgo near future. If you're watching real time, things have been moving for a while. But I am getting a lot of you, it's still early, okay? Like, I don't want to be a pessimist about it, but I don't want to lie to y'all. Like, some of you, it's still early. That Ace of Wands is that spark of finally learning how to manifest, finally being in alignment with the things that you want. Now, if you've actively been seeing growth, those of you where you've actually been seeing growth, right? You're not just single with no partner in sight. You're not just starting an academic program that you will graduate from in years. You're not just starting a career path where you can later get awarded. If you've been working slowly and seeing growth over time, it's saying that this belief that you can actually have the success that you're seeking, you're no longer seeing this as a rare blue moon lucky instance, like it's a tangible goal for you, has opened the gate for it to be real for you. Okay. All right. So tell me, yeah, exactly. Incoming energy of transformation so that you can have it. Okay. Let me get one more. And I will pull from the love deck specifically as well for you guys. Let me get a couple more actually. Purify and maturity. And I'm not taking reversals. I'm just, it's not a thing. Even though it makes sense in reverse, actually. It does, but I'm not. You're beginning to bloom with the Six of Wands. That blockage of the flower moon, of that bloom that just wasn't, things that weren't growing. You've purified it with the Sage Moon, okay? So that's kind of where you are in terms of what you're receiving. And as a result, we're expanding, right? Seeing a lot of expansion. So tell me specifically for my pile 1, what are they attracting when it comes to love? I don't know, this pile was like really short and really sweet, but some of you only got the 1, 2, 3 things that you're worried about, and I just kind of listed them. So you're like, yeah, thanks, Onyx. You got to the point, you got me what I needed, and now I'm not worried about it. Thanks for confirming. Let's see. All right, I've got this enchanted love, a sacred bond that is divinely guided and harmonious. Someone you're gonna be crazy about romantically. Some of you, it's gonna be some sort of a reconciliation, okay? Especially when we talk about people you've been on and off again with in a healthy way, like taking space for growth. Someone you've been with for a while, or someone you separated from regarding a disagreement when it comes to commitment and marriage and just long-term connections. I see things working out in those specific instances. But we have a more of a connecting with your higher self that says no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. And for me, it feels like where you've been in your own way regarding love and relationships, you'll be moving out, which will free you up for either a reconciliation with someone or the enchanted love that you haven't been ready for or receptive to. Okay, so let me get your advice and close you out. My pile 1, what advice do we have regarding their divine feminine Venus receptive energy? We got a priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Hey, listen, whatever it is you're wanting to to manifest. I mean, you got the new moon of the threshold, right? Which I consider to be a little more, since the lunar eclipse is more divine feminine in that deck, I'll say the solar eclipse is more divine masculine. And then boom, Ace of Wands, boom, new moon in Aries. This is a pile where you're being called to go move and actively lean into your manifestations. Okay, you got dance, which says do something to shift your vibration. Some of you you're all at varying steps and stages of the energy we channel, right? So when we talk about this energy of being on the threshold as a result of releasing the belief that what you're desiring is impossible for you, you need, once you shift that vibration and step up and lead and take the initiative to go after what it is you're wanting to receive, then you'll see those results. Okay, it'll move faster than just waiting, if that makes sense, because this is a pile of being told, of needing to know, like, are your manifestations real? Or like that seems to be the question. It's not even a what are you attracting, what are you receiving? It's, am I gonna receive this thing? Am I gonna manifest this thing? It's very active. A lot of you are very active, which is great. Yes, okay, but you gotta do what they say, all right? So I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, pile 2, let's see what it is you're attracting when it comes to your divine feminine Venus energy. This is for those of you selecting that cherry soda. I'll call it an Icee, but it could be a Slushie as well, okay? All right, my pile 2, my cherry soda Icee. Ooh, look at you. So the garden is outside. So I feel like some of you are manifesting like trips, downtime. You're manifesting now I will say the garden literally is just public energy. So it could be public recognition, praise, popularity. Some of you are just literally heightening your aura. We've got content coming soon. It's actually live under membership when we talk about auras and things like that. So, but some of them will be live publicly. This is what you're attracting though. This is exactly what you're attracting. So you see, some of you are not actively manifesting this. You're just literally heightening your aura, and it is attracting attention, whether you realize that's what you're doing or not, because I've got the Child here, which is kind of a fresh start, a new beginning. There's a tulip. Okay, funny thing is today I'm also going to film a tulip that looks similar to that, so it will be public at some point in the next couple to few weeks, so be on standby for that tulip. For now, there are roses, because that's a rose garden, and there are tulips already live in the Secret Admirer playlist. But you're attracting attention and love and things like that, because this garden card is recognition. It's all of that attention that you would get from secret admirers. So I love that. Let's take a look further so we can see more, especially if you're the type to be a little more low-key, mysterious, beneath the radar. Something about your aura, somewhere either you're going, something you're doing, could just be spiritual ascension. It's attracting attention. You've got at least one admirer, okay? Some of you are doing fertility work, whether we're talking about health-wise or in spirit. This is your confirmation. You are attracting that. But overall, even if we're not talking about literal children of the physical plane, we're talking about the creations. All of your creative endeavors, anything you're looking to harvest, right? Any area of life. We're seeing some energy of creation with the Magician, okay? Magician talks about where we're able to alchemize and create things, where we're actively manifesting versus just attracting. That's the power, and it is where you're communicating. So some of you may be scripting, listening to affirmations, what's the other ones? The subtle ones. I don't know, I'm spacing on the word, but all of the sounds that would help you manifest. I see that as this is ruled by Gemini, so good for you. But it talks about a very hands-on, active approach to the things you've been looking to receive, okay? So tell me more. All right, look at everybody. This week, everybody's all active and like, oh no, I'm not just receiving. I'm not feeling, y'all are like, look, the Onyx girl, we're not feeling feminine right now. We're not feeling receptive. We feel like we're building, which divine feminine energy actually can build. It's just, I wanted to see what you were just naturally attracting by heightening your aura. Y'all are like, no, baby, we are working. Look at that, okay? Individual success, okay? Individual respect, prosperity, security, where it benefits you as an individual, that is what you're trying to do, okay? And I see where you're successful at it, especially those of you that are trying to build the stability that you've not had since childhood, or even since childhood, right? I see where you're finally having more than just the little tulip. You've got a whole rose garden, all right? Great work. Tell me more. some of you are manifesting, attracting a turning of a tide. Okay. So tell me what's going on with my pile number 2, my cherry soda slushy or Icee. The right types of connections. And all of the secret admirer energy, there's definitely going to be a romantic partner. I can promise you that, as long as you're open to that. Especially if there's an issue preventing that. Once that resolves itself, you'll be fine. Okay, especially if this issue that needs to be resolved is regarding home and family, right? Because even though this happens during Capricorn season, Cancer rules the home and family. Okay. And when we talk about children or someone you're a child of, if you have issues there, you'll be able to prioritize yourself and your love life very soon. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this cherry soda slushy or Icee. For my pile 2. Okay. If you've had issues with an inheritance, I see where that's gonna remedy itself pretty soon. Okay. I've got Pluto. Okay. This is the karmic reward pile. This is the ancestral inheritance pile. This is the group that's doing, if you're woo-woo like that, any spiritual workings you're doing, you're getting rewards from the ancestral realm. I don't know why I'm wording it like that, but it feels specific to the dead and ancestry. Okay. Specifically the maternal bloodline. Okay. So rose garden, harvest, tulip, go there. But I have been seeing, so those of you that have been picking piles where there's a connection, where there's like a maternal ancestor, doesn't have to be one you know, is like pushing for like a union, you're attracting that. I don't know how soon it's coming in, but that's on my table again. And I've seen it enough to where it's eerie, and I keep like bring it up, but it's like a mother, grandmother, aunt, whoever. When we talk about ancestors, for some of you here, that's like, no, it's time for union, time for whatever, child or whatever. Okay. It's not a time for rest. Okay. When it comes to certain things, there's certain things you need to be active on, but whatever's coming in, it will allow you to rest when it comes to joy, pleasure, and leisure, things that you enjoy. Okay. So what are you attracting? My cherry soda Icee. Okay. Abundance. Clearing blockages towards abundance, and especially when we talk about where you may have an ancestral background where that's been a struggle, you're clearing that blockage. That's leading to that harvest of the corn. Okay. We got the garden and abundance. Okay. Let me get, since I've decided to line it that way, I'll get 2 more. Excuse me. I'm going to grab the water in a second. Okay. I've got envision. Okay. Not those. I'll take this one. Movement. And listen. Yeah, there's something you're being instructed to do. There's an ancestral energy on the table. So you're attracting great things. But there's very explicit instructions that you're getting. Okay. Feels like home building, prioritizing building a home. Okay. If that's not something you've done already. And if it is, prioritizing the home you've built. Okay. So tell me more about how to, what are you attracting? You're attracting this feminine elder ancestor. That's what you're attracting. Like, she loud. Accountability. Okay. Because that feminine ancestor that's like hanging around those of you where she keeps coming through, she's not happy. I mean, she's not upset. She's not upset. She just wants you to be more accountable regarding the things you desire and the things that would make you happy and the things that will benefit you and your lineage long term. Okay. because you're not listening. Every now and then I get that power where that feminine is screaming for attention and you're not doing right. So give me, okay, I'll take both of those in the bottom. A life partner and freedom. So life partner says this person is someone that you can enjoy life with wholeheartedly. You two can get through anything together. Okay, and then freedom talks about when we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. You're manifesting a partner where you can truly be yourself, feel good, enjoy life, travel, right? Enjoy your downtime and leisure. One that will support you as you need rest. Something about the life partner that's coming in for you that you are attracting. It's not just attracting, it's meddling. I'm not gonna lie. In the ancestral lineage, it's this partner is gonna make you more free. They're gonna allow for more freedom. Okay. Reconciliation feels like somebody you may need to work it out with. Reconciliation also talks about reconnecting with someone. Oh, well, there you go. Divine union, okay? There we go. You're manifesting that. And so, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know where this power went. You know, it's kind of like, okay, you're getting all of these things in passing, and then maternal, matriarchal energy from the other side steps on like, this what I want you to do. And I'm gonna get your advice because it looks like you're doing really good. You did clear whatever generational blockage would prevent any abundance in any area. Okay, you definitely cleared it. You've cleared it already. At this point, the spark of seeing the results of that cleared blockage are coming in. That's probably why this person is so loud. Some of you don't realize you've already cleared it and you're moving as though you still carry that baggage with you. Does that make sense? Yeah, she wants you to have fun. And honestly, you're attracting more of that. And I like that this came out with a pile that looked like it in one of these readings. And some of y'all really like bubbly drinks or soda, because this is the one bubbly drink on the table. Okay, so have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. That's the thing. All right, have a bubbly drink. Doesn't have to be alcoholic. We got boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Go out and play. Go out and do something leisure. Okay, and if you are saying, oh, I can't, you're attracting the freedom to do so. All right, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3, my pink rose cocktail. Let's take a look at what it is you're attracting with your divine feminine and Venus energy. Okay, let me get an overview. Okay, whatever that was, it wasn't certain, so we're not worried about it. There's 2 key things you're attracting. They'll be important enough that you notice. So one of them is good fortune overall. So I have 4-leaf clovers on the channel. I do. Some of you are clearing a heart chakra blockage. Okay. I definitely see that just because I got a wave of like congestion just now as soon as I pulled your first card. I feel tight, uptight in my neck area. I feel those of you that have that shoulder, I feel that too. So just all kinds of issues up in there. So do some heart chakra work to help you attract more and be more receptive. All right, it's gonna be good. But you're attracting abundance and good luck with this clover, so I love it. And like I mentioned, go to those piles. Some of them are, I think one's coffee, one might be cookie, but there's definitely a skeleton key, okay? And then I have the whip. Yeah, you got, number 2 is a thing, okay? Number 2 is a thing. Because you got both cards with that, okay? Right, 11, 1 and 1 reduces to 2, and then 2. But the whip is hard times is when we like, you know, it's like get to work, get busy. And so something about your work that you're going to have to do, be stuck doing, it's going to feel very fortunate. It's going to feel very lucky. Some of you are going to get so lucky that you're not going to have to work hard. I love it for you because, like I said, there's a variety of ways this will manifest, as you all have a plethora of experiences. But even if you end up having to work, it's going to be work you enjoy. It's going to be very lucky. So a good example is going to be a job where you're working a lot, but the work is something you would have wanted to do anyway, right? Like, or it's an industry where it's things you would have done anyway. Like people that do things like, for example, an event planner, and it's in an industry where you would have been going to those events. Okay, now you're planning events for something you probably would have spent money to go to. Like now, like those are the examples where you're working really hard, but it still feels lucky. Others of you are going to get out of like something where you just had to do something that was going to be hard work. You thought you were going to be stuck doing it, and it's like, no, you're free. So all right, and the color green is definitely a thing. I mentioned the lack of clarity, the confusion of something you weren't sure. Like you'll get clarity. So it's two different things where there's a lot of confusion and a lack of stability in your life right now. You'll get the confirmation with some lucky news to remedy two areas of life that are hard, stressful, and confusing. All right, it's vague because you all got a lot going on. Okay. So tell me, especially when we talk about things and situations that have been stagnant and not budging and being in situations that you don't want to be. Tell me about this pink rose cocktail. Okay. Tell me about this pink rose cocktail. All right. Look at that. I got the Goddess of Pentacles. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy going. Some of y'all like Pentacles or talk about the material plane, right? And where we talk about difficulties material wise, right? And so Four Swords where we rest and we heal. So with the Goddess of Pentacles, it feels like someone that's seeing success, seeing results, doing a job. But it's not all this effort, right? We got offers, we got news, communications, messages. Some of you are gonna get paid just to talk about stuff or talk to someone about something. Like, I don't know, like it feels like where things were supposed to be difficult, you're gonna get really lucky and it's gonna be a manifestation that comes to fruition. We talk about the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and all of your options and all of your fantasies and all of your dreams. Like a lucky dream is gonna manifest. Especially where you have a lot of different things you're trying to manifest. That first one is going to manifest and that second one is going to happen right after that. And you're going to feel really good about it. All right. So what is my pile number 3 attracting? Tell me more about this pink rose cocktail. What are they attracting with their divine feminine, Venus energy? Let's get some more. Let's get a little more granular. Let's get some specifics here. Time to breathe out, rest. I'm telling you, something's gonna be really chill, something easygoing, something that's supposed to be really hard, difficult, hard work. It's just not. You're not gonna have to worry about it. And I don't know why it's like that, but bring balance, spirituality, and practicality. Talks about things scaling on their own. We talk about your manifestation power, and I know y'all are tired of me saying this because I've said it so much that I'm so used to it, and I even know the dates. Y'all know I never know the dates. That eclipse, full moon in Pisces, it is in September, real time, 2025 for me. There was one last year in 2024, I believe in September. There will be another one in 2026, possibly August, could be September, but around the same time. And it's 3 years of that same moon cycle being an eclipse. Okay. So that's gonna be something to keep in mind regarding what I'm talking about, right? Like some of you, this eclipse is gonna be the initiating to the taking time out. Okay, some of you, this eclipse is gonna crack the whip to good luck. Okay, I don't know why, but that's some of you. Maybe it's something in your chart, the way that it's gonna be aspecting your chart. It's gonna be very favorable, very lucky for you. Okay. because this isn't a shadow reading, and I won't say that I'm not looking for shadows, because even though I'm not, if it was supposed to come through, it would. Like those of you selecting this pile, if you've been consistently seeing this card or me mentioning that transit, then this is your confirmation. It's going to be favorable for you. It's going to release tension for you. Okay. All right. I got Chiron, which talks about healing. I mentioned healing is the Four of Swords. You're manifesting healing. You're manifesting change, right? When we talk about purging, some of you, there's going to be some type of exposing happening where we talk about this whip, things being very difficult in a way that maybe is not necessarily fair. The healing and exposing regarding that. Okay, and house 8 is back. So Scorpio, 8th house placements, you may be dominant, you may have Chiron in the 8th. All of those could be applicable in any combination, but I know I'm seeing a purge, a transition, a complete transformation in a way that is deeply, deeply healing. Go to the skeleton key readings. Okay. I'll actually, for members, I'm going to have another one in the next couple weeks in preparation for these eclipses. But last year I would have, you probably can mention you can search full moon in Pisces on my channel, and you'll probably find those ones. Okay. I got Gemini here. Curiosity, intellect, and networking. Okay. Let's see. Messages, communication. Daughter of Swords, Page of Swords, Gemini rules communication. Great messages about things regarding like inheritances, things that are past due, because this does rule like loans and things like that, like debts. If you have issues with debts, we got the healing and the resolution regarding that. Like a lot of you are just attracting immense luck. So like any area of life where you have had incredibly bad luck or just down times or just didn't feel very lucky, the healing of that specifically. And that's why it's so vague, guys, because all of you have so many different experiences that like where areas of life where things may be going wrong or did. So just apply it where it fits. Okay, let me pull more. Yeah, we got a creation coming in. Tell me more about this pink rose cocktail, please, for my pile number 3. Seed, moon of new growth, right? See, we're creating growth, right? Something new is gonna pick up, or seed that's been planted is gonna start to, you're gonna start seeing the growth. Let me see my pile 3. There we go. You got the honeybee of productivity. You're gonna see the results of past harvest, that's for sure, right? Where you've been productive, you're gonna see growth. Some of you have Gemini placements. Some of you are gonna start seeing results with something you started possibly around Gemini season. Gemini is the twins. When I talk about 2 areas of life, there you go, right? Literally the twins in this deck. Okay, so, and it's gonna land right here. So that could be your placements. That's your confirmation. You're in your right place, right space. And tell me, I want to see what's going to happen when it comes to love specifically. What is my pile 3 attracting when it comes to love? Let's see. Self-love, right? As you love who you are, you become more confident in your relationship with yourself. So with your relationships and with yourself, look at me. I've got that, and I've got devotion. This is going to be, you're attracting the level of devotion that is required to maintain this energy. So when we talk about good luck and good fortune, everyone always talks about how fleeting it is because you lack the self-love to be consistent in either what you're doing or to maintain whatever you have, right? As long as you have self-love and devotion to yourself, which you're attracting more and more of, you're going to see more and more of those manifestations pop up, because this is a group that has numerous goals, manifestations, right? I'm telling you now, you're already in alignment with 2. There's 2 manifestations I see coming to fruition. If you have up to 7, the other ones will be pending as you heighten your self-love and devotion, right? You even have a romantic partner where you're open to that. You have an opportunity to find a partner, bring in a partner that is as devoted to you as you are yourself. Now, that's for better, for worse, which is why you have to heighten that. If you love yourself, you respect yourself, you have firm boundaries and things like that, you're going to find someone that matches that, mirrors that, a lot of Gemini energy, and they'll be able to mirror their own self-love back at you. You'll be able to combine that energy and have a lot of mutual respect and care. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Soulmate. Didn't even know I was holding that. So boom. All right, that's what you are attracting. I love it. Let me see. Tell me more. You know, I like breezed through this pile. How many minutes is this? I mean, it's a little longer than I thought it was, but you know what you need to know, right? Let me get your advice and close you out. Give me my advice for my pile 3, please. Advice for my pile 3 regarding what they're attracting. You're not getting all of this advice, but do stay grounded, please. Okay. No, you want a lot of advice. You're a type that needs confirmation and validation a lot. We're not doing that. You're going to get one critical piece of advice in the bottom. Fine, 2. If you prioritize your enjoyment, like if you go out and do things that are fun, that will actually speed up your manifestations. Boom. Okay, you got play, have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. We also have an awakening, which talks about energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. If you're tired, that's why your energy is healing and heightening. You do have the transition and transformation here with those 3 cards. Typically when you see these 3 cards, it's like a whole new person after that internally. Okay, but the more you play, the more that actually will speed up your manifestations, just so you know. And I mentioned those transitions, Scorpio and house 8, right? The transformation talks about things changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So play, do things that you enjoy. Prioritize taking time to breathe out, especially those of you that are having all of that heart space stuff, from the chest, the congestion to the shoulder, all of that. Make sure you're working on that so that, you know, it can heal, because you're deeply healing, okay, at a cellular level, on a soul level. So I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, pile number 4, my raspberry ice cream with like chocolate chips in it. We're gonna talk about what you're attracting with your divine feminine Venus energy. Something's not what it expected, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that the way that ice cream cone is labeled, like the actual image and not what I named it, was like, it threw me off, because it's saying chocolate raspberry ice cream. I mean, I guess technically that's right, but like it's chocolate chips in there. So I wouldn't, like, I probably would think that there was chocolate ice cream in that, but that's not what it is. So there's something about an inconsistency or the clearing up of one that you're attracting, like something. So you know what, some of you maybe be a little more specific with your manifestations, right? When we talk about possible shadows, I don't see a major one, but you may attract something that's a little bit offbeat compared to what you expected it to be, if that makes sense. Like, oh, you know, I want chocolate raspberry ice cream, and then you get like raspberry flavored ice cream with chocolate chips instead of any other variation you could have thought. I don't know, something like that's coming through here. There was another pile with this card. If you picked both, you're in your right place, right space. Good for you. But watch it, because you're attracting a lot of attention. Okay, you're attracting a lot of attention. Make sure, okay, it's not a shadow pile, it's gonna be fine. Make sure you're clear in your the way you're manifesting things. Make sure your aura is pure in how you want things, and try to be a little more positive, because all of this attention is here. And then I got the mice, which pests, rodents, that's gossip, that's eavesdropping, that's people all up in your business. So if you're heightening your aura intentionally, like if you're doing attraction work, keep in mind you may be overdoing it a little bit. Okay, there is a such thing. Just because now you got people super nosy and lacking boundaries. Okay. If you are in a little bit of a low vibrational energy, right? Like if you're not feeling 100%, or if you are just not in an environment that's conductive to Venus energy, I mean, you can't change, right? Like some places are simply not aligned with Venus energy. They're more Martian in nature. Some of you are in a Martian place, and this heightened aura is attracting fleas. You see what I'm saying? So just watch it. Let me pull more so I can see what you're attracting and why. The positive side of this is that you only have the mice card where there's something to talk about, where there's something to be jealous of, right? So there's that. Let me see. Tell me more about this raspberry ice cream cone, please. High Priestess. Oh, great job. Okay. Some of you, I apologize. It's not that I was wrong. I was right for some of you. It's just that some of you are already in this. And you know, you're like, yeah, girl, you're preaching to the choir. I already know it's nothing but mice in here. You're manifesting the boundary and the privacy of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is mysterious. The High Priestess can see all things, but only shares what she's willing to, right? So like if you need your business to yourself and everybody's all up in your business, you're going to be able to have your business to yourself. That's what you're attracting, is the space, the situation to do that. Others of you have a deep fear of being seen. Look at you. That's my third group slipping in. You have a deep fear of being seen. You worry that with success and with attention that you got mice just going to be all over you. I see the protection, if you're doing that type of work, of the boundary of what is and isn't available to people that have that energy. Okay. All right, so it's 3 sets of you. I didn't expect that. These have been relatively short, so I'm intrigued. I'm gonna take this one and this one. Yeah, some of you got a new opportunity coming in, something you've been working on discreetly. Yeah, you about to go. They're gonna wake up, you're gonna be gone. I don't know why it's funny, but I'm not used to the cards being like that. Like some of you got a situation where it's like really aggravating people. Yeah, to the confirmation is like really aggravating people, and like you're discreetly doing things and an opportunity is coming in and you're just gonna be gone. I don't know if this is a workplace. I don't know if this is like an organization. I don't know if it's like a professional network. I don't know if it's a club and y'all are like, they just don't know it's another biking club across town. I don't know what it is, but the judgment is like, you're done. You already decided you're leaving. And if you're looking for confirmation that you're going to be able to leave whatever space, leave whatever situation, avoid whatever gossip, conversations, nosy people without forfeiting your freedom to do the things you enjoy, there you go. All right. Without forfeiting your ability to be recognized, right? Some of you only want to be seen as much as you're willing to share, and you don't want to compromise like your privacy, your freedom, your personal business, just for the sake of getting ahead, fitting in, things like that. This is your confirmation. You're manifesting, you're attracting that layer of protection to where you only need to share just enough to still see the success you're seeking to get where you're looking to go. All right, I don't know kind of environment you guys are in. Seems very invasive. What's my pile number 4 attracting? Tell me more about this raspberry ice cream cone, please. Okay, I'll take both. Be bold and make the first move. Your hard work is paying off. This is something you've already been working on the low. Anything you've been working on discreetly on the low, boom, okay? A win-win outcome is forecast. You're going to find that healthy balance of the success you're seeking without forfeiting your boundaries. I'll say that because it feels, the mice feels like a lack of boundaries, okay? All right, so tell me more about my PAL 4, a raspberry chocolate chip ice cream cone. Especially where we talk about career, right? New Moon and Capricorn talks about the things you're doing in efficiency, yes, but it rules the 10th house of your career, reputation, and things like that. I like that all of the cards that talk about closing a cycle, making things final, it's kind of like, hey, I got this new opportunity, I got this new job, I got this new thing I'm gonna do, and bye, because leaving, gone, and the back is turned, and not even acknowledging anything else beyond the bye. So some of you, it's that literal. You're like, please tell me I'm going to be able to say bye soon. You're going to be able to say bye soon, but the attention is still there. So some of you have career paths where attention is necessary to be good at it, to be successful at it, right? It's like that sometimes. If you have a career path, the work you do requires you to be visible. Like, you know, you work with a lot of people, you have to do it right. Privacy is still there. When you go home, you're able to go home, okay? Because house 11 is more of that Aquarius energy. When we talk about large networks, large collaborations, when we talk about collective energy, when we talk about on the internet, all of that is here, okay? And then house 3 is also local groups energy, okay? When we're out and about in town. So some of you, that's the type of work you do. That's the type of things you need to do to work. They both rule communication. This is more digital. This is just in general. So actually all 3 kind of air signs energy here, because Libra is partnerships. So being able to have that balance, that boundary, I don't know why that's important. Some of you just really don't want to be seen. Yeah, because Pisces is high priestess. Some of you just really don't want to be seen, really don't want your business out. I don't know why that's a thing. And I don't know who is pressing for your business. Maybe it's more about the who so much as it's the business. Okay, but you got privacy here, okay? Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm knocking stuff. It's fine. We're wrapping it up pretty soon. I got 1, 2. Let me get 2 more in the bottom. Okay, yep, there they are. In the bottom. Okay, so I've got the Inspirer of Aries. I've got Envision. Okay. I've got the Cold Moon of Hibernation, of being able to go in wherever you want. And I've got Libra energy of the Peacemaker. So when it comes to whatever conflict you're trying to avoid, I don't know. I won't say that you won't have to deal with it. Because I see somebody here where you're like, no, can I just hibernate for the sake of being the peacemaker, right? Because like, yeah, you're inspired. I'm working. I see my vision. But like, as my manifestations start to ground, can I hibernate for the sake of peace? I don't know who would be upset by your success. Like, I don't know if you guys are up for promotions and like you got other people that are up for promotions and you don't want to upset people, or you're successful at something somebody else failed at. Like, some of you are really like not wanting it to be conversations that disrupt peace. Okay, I don't know who that is or how, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't control that. You can't control that. But you will have the support you need to be successful, right? You will be able to have a certain level of, I guess, your business where you don't have to share it at work, okay? But where we're talking about hibernating for the sake of hiding to keep the peace because we don't want to upset certain people that may be just jealous. I mean, you're gonna have to get over that because unfortunately mice do come with this garden card, right? You're gonna have jealousy. No, everybody's not gonna like you, right? When you're doing good at your job, everybody at the job is not gonna like you. That's just life, you know. I don't want to make it seem like I'm brushing it off like it doesn't matter, but you're manifesting success, right? You're manifesting the good things, and but I get an overlying energy. You got to be okay. So watch your manifestations, because you're so busy trying to avoid the parts that you don't want, that you're slowing them down. That's what that is. That's what you need to know about what you're attracting. You're slowing down your manifestations and you're actually blocking them, right? You're freezing them out for the sake of peace. So like, let's say you got a friend, you both working and like you're doing better than them. Like you're freezing out your personal success because you have at the back of your mind, you're so worried about the fact this person's not doing good, that like you're not doing good, right? You're so worried about people that are going to be jealous of you, not liking you as you start seeing success, that you're freezing your success. You see what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. It's in the way, okay? It's a blockage. So, and with success and attention just comes those mice. It just is what it is. Let me see what's going on with love though, because I don't want to drag this out because of what's going on, okay? There we go. I'll take those 3 in the bottom. The support card is here. You are supported. Yeah, see, third party doesn't have to be romantic. Honestly, some of you, it could be, there is an element of romance. Since this is my love deck, let me just knock it out, okay? You overreacting to the people around you or whoever, however, in a way that you're overly considering them when it comes to your manifestations and goals. It's in the way, right? Someone or something affecting this relationship. It's time to address it. There's somebody in the way of your manifestations because you're so worried, mice's worries about what people are saying, people are doing, how someone else is doing, that it's in your own personal way, to the point where some of you overextend so bad that you hold yourself back so bad that you even do it in love. I don't support that. I do not. I'm sorry. I don't. Because you can only support other people as much as you can support yourself. I know this. That's why I don't support that, okay? Don't be doing that. Because third party talks about when it comes to love, there's a blockage because you might be considering someone else. So what is this? Devotion. Have faith. What's at the bottom? So when we talk about, okay, you're manifesting a partner that is devoted to you and no one else, if you're not used to that, okay? Some of you, I'm just making sure you know, have faith, you will be manifesting your own partner. Some of you need me to tell you that your person is not that person with somebody else. Your person is not that person that is actively uncertain about you as they deal with other people, okay? Now, the overextending, overly considering somebody, people at work, whatever, right? Not celebrating your wins because other people not doing as good. I can't help you with that unless you help yourself first, because don't, so remember at the beginning when I was like channeling with your image you selected, right? I'm like, it's called chocolate raspberry ice cream, but it's really like raspberry ice cream with chocolate chips in it, and it's like, it's not the very, it's like you may be asking for one thing and it's like coming at you another way. If you try to overly control your manifestations for the sake of peace or the right way of doing things, I'm not talking about not being fair, because fairness is on my table. But sometimes we're like, oh, I only want this thing if my friend can get it too. I only want this thing if this person doesn't have to not get their thing. Like when we talk about work, let's do work. It's the easiest way to not make this confusing. You at work, you have a coworker, that's not your friend. Okay, that's just your coworker. Y'all work well together. Y'all respect each other. Y'all have dinner, all of the things. when you say, oh, I want the promotion, but I really don't want it to like affect this person. Now I know how I sound right now, okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't feel that way. That I agree. When we like people, we don't want them to miss out on things. I agree with that. But if you really want this thing, telling the universe as you're manifesting, oh, I don't want it to hurt this person though. You either want it or you don't, right? Unless you're going to leave the company and get it somewhere else so that maybe if it's for them, they can get it here. You see what I'm saying? There's no way, when we're talking about definitive outcomes, you can't say, oh, but I don't want it to hurt them, because if they really want it, then it's going to hurt them. You know what I mean? Like that it feels like some of you are manifesting things in a way like that, whether it's, I don't know, a relationship, or whether it's like career and all of that. Like you're manifesting something that you feel like is going to affect someone else, and you either need to have it in you to manifest it with your chest or leave it alone. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that's where I got right here on the table, like manifest it with your chest or leave it alone. Okay? Because there's a lot of things you could be attracting that will come to you naturally, but some of you are attracting, manifesting things, and it's specific as it is, but you're trying to like manipulate the formula, the ingredient list, because you're in your mind, you can kind of see how it may negatively impact somebody else, and you don't want to acknowledge that the only way to get whatever it is that you're asking for is through that way. So I know how I sound, but it is what it is. I'm not telling you it's right or wrong what you want, because I don't know what you want. It's different for all of you. I'm just saying, if you're not going to manifest it with your chest, you're wasting time. Okay? So have it in you to do it with your chest or leave it alone. And I'm not judging either way. I'm just the messenger of what the blockage is. Okay? All right. Let me get your advice. We got a pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. It almost fell in reverse too. It's talking about a blockage you're creating with whatever guilt or concern about gossip. I don't know what's going on. Okay. But how can you mother yourself? How can you prioritize you? Okay. So you kind of know what to do. You kind of know what you need. Okay. Especially those of you that are having like those random health issues manifesting in different parts of the body, because I feel it's in a variety of places now. Okay, so do whatever you want to do, but make a decision. Don't be on the fence like that. Feel like you're on the fence, a lot of you. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm gonna close it out now.